Hey, RPM Trade Vietnam in this bitch. Downtown Cedar Rapids on a beautiful Saturday. Today is Saturday, ain't it? I had, yeah, I had Thursday and Friday off of work. Uh, so it's been a long weekend, and that's when I be getting my days confused. Now I'm 43 years old, but like I always had like I won't say a bad memory, but my short-term memory is just not that good. Um, I'm always addressing things right in front of me in conversation with people, day-to-day activities and shit like that. And then my mind instantly goes right back into deep thought. As soon as I'm not speaking, I'm in deep thought about something. So it makes it look like I can't remember shit, but a true bad memory is me having no recollection whatsoever that a conversation or something even happened. I can always remember. I might not always apply the memory. You know what I'm saying? I don't always apply the memory, but I know what the fuck happened. My girl confuses the two things all the time with me, saying I got a bad memory. No, I don't. I got a good memory. I got a decent memory. It's all right. But I'm not so forgetful. There's something that I know damn well that I was invested in, and then poof, I don't remember that happened. That shit don't be happening. I just got a bad short-term memory. You might have to remind me, hey, remember when I said this? And I go, oh yeah, I do remember that. Man, it's a beautiful day out here. I wasn't even gonna really do no open carry demo. I came downtown to find a couple of murals so I could just take some pictures real quick. I just did the open carry July 4th, so I was like, man, I'm good, man. I ain't, but you know, I got to get out here, man. It's really an addiction. I be having the urge to do open carry demos like all the time. I don't always get out here, but I always got the urge to come out.
That's a good looking gun, man.
Thanks, man.
You build that yourself?
Nah, it's a manufacturer called Black Rain.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they make a bunch of cool stuff, and I see them at the gun shows and stuff all the time. So it's like, I gotta buy
cool.
one. Yeah, Chamberlain on 5.56.
Yep.
16 inch. Yeah.
Oh man, you're just riding the line, aren't you, with that 16?
Yeah, I know, right? I got you 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a gun rights activist, so I get out here to talk about that kind of thing. And I think the U.S. government and the ATF are out of their damn mind.
I agree.
Trying to regulate the length of a barrel of a firearm that shoots a projectile that I'm already good to have.
Yep.
Like, let's not debate the length of the barrel. Like, really, guys?
It is a little unnecessary
What are you
trying to.
taking pictures of today?
What's that?
What are you recording today?
I'm live streaming to YouTube. I'm a gun rights activist,
Okay.
and I'm live streaming to YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a felon, so I can't have them, but I got soldiers for brothers.
Yeah.
You gotta handle your guns right.
What kind of gun is that right there?
What's that?
What kind of gun is that?
It's an AR-15.
Yeah.
Black Rain. Yeah.
Any
16 inch.
specialized tidbits to it?
Nah. I mean, I got a flashlight on it, some flip-up sights, nothing too fancy.
Okay.
But it's an AR-15 nonetheless.
Yeah.
Hey, good gun handle. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for understanding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, I take a thumbs up selfie with you, and I can't even touch guns.
That's crazy how they do people. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no,
That's right. Sometimes they do it to themselves.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, freedom is a little dangerous. I wouldn't. Yeah. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think.
What's your name?
Trey.
Trey. It's nice to meet you. Have a good day, guys.
Yeah, I think. The government does a whole lot of nitpicking about stuff, and even fairly recently, maybe like in the past like year or so, Joe Biden kind of laughed at America for saying that, you know, AR-15s might be needed to stop a tyrannical government.
Oh yeah.
He laughed because he was thinking, what the fuck are you guys gonna do? We destroy you. But that's crazy because the Second Amendment was supposed to keep keep a small gap between us so that we could fight them effectively if we had to. But when he laughed, he proved to me that he understood that we are not a match for them.
No. I mean, the simple fact. That they outlawed automatics, and the military is allowed to have automatics.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna cripple you So you can't catch up to us.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Because really, like a bad guy that means harm, he doesn't give a damn if they want that
Exactly.
shit on people not to have it. He's just going to do it.
Yeah.
But all of the people that listen to that law are the people that they shouldn't be trying to control because we listen to it.
Yeah.
And we abide that we probably shouldn't have said a word to it. We're probably going to be okay. You know?
Exactly.
But, man, it's a crazy day, man. Someone's got to stand up for it.
I understand. Well, I support you 100%, man.
Man, thanks, man.
Yeah.
That's your baby?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, how young is the baby?
About a month old.
A month-old baby. That's crazy. Is this your first baby?
Yes, sir.
Man, fatherhood is a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, I
Just
love
getting
it.
started, but it's going to dominate the rest of your life,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
I guarantee you.
I love it. I love it.
It's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
man. Protect your kids, man.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Man, they got a month-old baby, tiny baby, man. Now, what a shame if somebody wrote some shit on magical paper to keep that father from protecting that baby, and then the father has to take the short end of the stick because somebody who don't care about no laws has already decided to just hurt them. Ain't that a damn shame? That's a shame, man. Y'all got to tell all of the free people, all of the innocent people, if they are free and they are innocent, then there's nothing that can be made to appear to be bad or worthy of all of the aggression that law enforcement will bring your ass. How could I ever deserve any of that? They make all these threats. I don't deserve no threat from them, and that man doesn't either. Fucking flies are relentless out here. Like you swat them, like they come back. Laws shouldn't be making sitting ducks out of innocent people. Not even felons. The one woman said that she's a felon and can't have guns, and she said, you know, dumb people shouldn't have guns. I agree to all of that. Dumb, crazy, psychotic people should not have guns, but they will get them. And I don't think so much to the law is really stopping them. What inside the mind of a madman will bring them to abide by a gun law because the government says so, but this person is still actually criminally insane? Come on, man. The criminally insane don't stop for gun laws. They don't. It doesn't even make sense. The expectation that they will sounds silly to me. No politician could even say it with a straight face that that's what they expected. That when they write this, like magic, no one's going to do anything. Bad people won't do bad shit once they write that shit down. Man, it's just untrue, man. They know that it's untrue. They fucking suck. They can't even pass their own fucking background check, actually. They fucking retarded asses. Now I used to come to this corner kind of often. I like the whole, the arch here. That's beautiful. All shiny and shit. I came down here and took some cool pictures of all my kids on my youngest son's first birthday. We kind of came for a walk down here. My mom came to town. My uncle came to town. My cousin, Javier Gabo, it was his father who's my uncle. He was here in town for the first time, I think, in years that he had came back to see the Raptors. And it was beautiful for them to show up on my youngest son's first birthday. That was a beautiful thing, man. We came down and took some dope-ass pictures. The arch really does appear to represent a portal. Of course, you can walk through it, under it. That's what they represent, man. It's a portal right here. So I think decorative, meaningful, ancient symbolism and architectural structure that you find all over DC, the Roman look, all of that means something, man. Masonry is a serious thing. Squaring a foundation is not as easy as a person might think, and upon that foundation will be whatever it is you're trying to establish. The foundation's got to be solid, bro, and not just for an actual building, but for society as a whole. That's why masonry and the mathematical calculations that it takes to master something like that, especially when you can find its rhythm in the mathematics of nature. All of this is the beautiful thing, man, and everything behind the Masonic orders all of that stuff, man, it's all related. This is where you get your school system from. Some of the best philosophers, religious figures, and politicians. A lot of these guys are Masons, man. They're Freemasons, they're Jesuits. All of that is like that for a reason. When you understand that behind all of this Jesuit activity, the Gregorian calendar, named after a Catholic Pope, the English language, or the heliocentric model that says that the sun is the center of our solar system. All of that shit comes from the same group of people. You got to give all of that type of shit the power that it deserves. When I'm talking about the fucking calendar, whatever society, religious foundation, like I'm saying, foundation, whatever lies at the foundation of establishing these things that we find to be so serious and so dominating on the earth, you cannot take that shit lightly when you try to identify where that came from and what its purpose was. When you do that, man, you got to be real serious about the English language, the gematria that's coded into the English language, where that comes from and what it is that it's doing, because none of that shit is arbitrary. You got to take that shit seriously. 7 days of the fucking week are all named after very specific things, because they wouldn't arbitrarily pick and choose the days of the week when you're dealing with something so serious. Who can have that kind of influence over the world? How are you going to influence the world? Think about it. In a generation, good luck, motherfucker. You won't even be close friends and have a serious bond with people one generation away from you in your own fucking family. In 100 years, ain't nobody going to even remember you, really. And that's crazy. When you look at that, how important and serious you take your life, how important it is to you. All of the blood, sweat, and tears and energy you put into your entire life, bro. In 100 years, it'll be, on the surface, it'll be like you was never here. 200 years, forget about it. They need DNA shit and photos and whatever digital footprint you can leave behind to even try to remember who you are and how they gonna get that story right. My mom wouldn't get the story of my life. My mom wouldn't even get it right. If my mom had to tell my life story, she would not get it right. And that's my mother. Stop playing, right? Look how wishy-washy it is when you try to stamp your existence onto the world. When they say put your name on a building, they mean that shit, because something that can survive after you're gone, that's a serious thing to do, because it's hard to leave your mark like that. When I'm talking about the English language, the Gregorian calendar, and the heliocentric model, whoever left that kind of a stamp on the human experience, whoever left that kind of stamp on the human experience must be taken seriously. I couldn't take that lightly, man. I think y'all be playing a game, man. I think y'all playing a dangerous, ignorant game in life where things like this you can cast off as if it has nothing to do with you chasing your own roots to see who the fuck you are and who we are as a people. Rick James is in this bitch. Rest in Gematria is in here. I have a Hugger AR on the t-shirts. It's my favorite shirt to wear. My favorite shirt to wear in public. That's dope, man. Of course, with the idea of the whole slogan in general, hugging AR on it speaks for itself. It says a lot. Thank you. It says a lot. If you put it on a t-shirt, even if you don't have the gun, you can spark a conversation, might even get a hug from somebody without you even being out here armed up like I am. And of course, it would just be natural for me to want to put this onto a t-shirt, but when I do it, because of the power in the entire slogan, hugging AR on it, because of how powerful that is, you put it on a t-shirt and then shit starts happening. I would love it if even one time in your ownership of the fucking t-shirt, that you wear it out in public, that it sparks a conversation and somebody offers you a hug, a fucking stranger. Listen, man, when something that I'm doing does all of that, that my message put on a fucking t-shirt to spark a fucking healthy conversation about gun rights in a country that claims to be free, and that you might hug a fucking stranger because of a fucking t-shirt of mine you bought, bro, man, what else do y'all want me to do, man? What else do you want me to do, man? I'm trying to soften this shit up. I'm trying to show the most vibrant positivity about all of this that I can possibly express. so that the day that they ever try to flip on us about these guns, y'all know that they have to do fucking wrong. What the fuck else do you want me to do, man? I don't know what else that I could possibly do. I'm brainstorming every day, and I'm trying to think of new things to add to the videos, to add to the channel. Speaking of that, y'all go check out my backup channel, RPM TV. Please go there and sub to the channel. I don't upload over there much, but I'm going to. I swear to you I am. And I might need to rely on that channel one day as my primary channel if I ever get canceled or get this shit deleted here. Which would be a sad state of affairs, man, because why, man? Why the fuck would somebody want to attack, harm, or derail what it is that I'm doing when I'm trying to inspire a healthy conversation that we all deserve to have? And for people to skip over being strangers or even being different, skip over all of that shit. If you can extend your arms to hug a stranger and sincerely just wish and hope and be thankful that y'all come together in a fucking hug and not fighting each other. When all they really want you to do in this fucking media manipulation is for y'all to fight each other. Show them that upon fucking even being in the same vicinity, what we instantly want to do is start being like, who needs a hug in this motherfucker right now? Who needs a hug, man? That should be a fucking goal number one, man. Between us, you meet another person, the handshake thing is cool, man. Fuck that, man. You can't give a person a hug, man, even a stranger. And I wasn't even always like this. And I came up with the slogan as an exaggerated joke to say, damn, do I got to go this far to prove that I got this fucking gun, but I'm harmless? I don't intend to hurt nobody. What do I got to do, bro? Do I got to put a fucking sign on the fucking up on the streets, man? Fucking AR on it? Do I got to do that? So when I came up with it, I was like, hey man, I was joking at first, but I'm gonna do that shit for real. Like, I was just throwing that out there. But to inspire this kind of reaction in the public, between strangers, while people are armed, come on, man. It's just gonna be undeniable, man. It's gonna be very little they're gonna be able to do to ever convince me that out of all of this that I've been doing, that somehow I was wrong. No, I'm not, man. I'm not wrong in none of this. I know what the fuck is up, man. I know what I'm doing, and this is what needs to be done. And of course, like, you know, especially on a busy day like this downtown Cedar Rapids, they've been doing a lot of building in downtown Cedar Rapids, trying to make it feel good. We got a nice venue down here called Doubletree, and we get celebrities, comedians, rodeos, all kind of events happen down here all the time. So on a day like this, of course, there's gonna be tons of people out walking about. They got new restaurants, condos, and everything going up down here. So they really want to make downtown comfortable for people that live in Cedar Rapids, people that visit, especially celebrities. You get celebrities come do a show here. Me and my girl seen Kevin Hart down here like 5 or 6 years ago. We didn't get too close to the stage, but I was in the building with Kevin Hart, listening to some jokes. All of the acts that came before Kevin Hart were dope as fuck. They were funny as fuck. One dude, I kind of felt like he was funnier than Kevin Hart, believe it or not. Super duper funny dude. I can't even remember his name. But when celebrities come to town, man, they want these people to feel like, hey, man, this is a small version of downtown Chicago. They want to make it feel like that so that celebrities enjoy themselves, have a good time, and they don't mind coming back, and we can get them here in the first place. Because it is Iowa. People got a certain perspective about Iowa, but Iowa ain't all cornfields and hick-ass white boys. It ain't no niggas around. It's just untrue, man. There's gangster shit be going on over here in Iowa. Maybe like 6 months or so ago, maybe right before it got cold, sometimes in 2023, you can probably look it up online and find a news story. But some guy got into some kind of a high-speed chase or something with the police. The police had to pursue him in a vehicle. He was firing from the police from the car. He stopped and let his guy get out. He had a passenger, something that wanted nothing to do with this. He pursued on, ended up crashing or some shit like that. The police stopped the car. Oh, he stopped the car. I can't remember how it happened. But the vehicle's fucking stopped. He got out fucking shooting with an AK, I think, maybe? Maybe it was an AK. he got out shooting, police had to put him down. And all of this shit happened right here in Cedar Rapids, like less than a year ago. Cedar Rapids ain't super ghetto, but ghetto shit fucking happens. You know, crime happens, like violence happens. It's like that everywhere. People should have a healthy understanding of self-defense and be willing to just defend themselves, because you never know what's going to happen, you know. It's I don't know, man. It's just one of those things that you have to be way too naive and way too childish in your mind to assume that if you don't live in a big city that's known for violence, then why would you ever think that you need to walk around with a firearm at all, especially openly? But man, truth be told, man, shit happens. Who wants to win a shitty lottery that one person gets murdered in a botched fucking armed robbery in all of Iowa? Only one person in a year time. Let's say that was going to happen. Are you going to play the game that if somebody said, well, this is guaranteed going to happen somewhere in Iowa? We don't know where, but it's going to be one of you. How could you hear that or know that and then be willing to take the risk or take the gamble? I wouldn't. I don't think good people with good hearts should be taking a gamble on the idea that you being a good person means that no one's going to try to hurt you. It's just untrue. Bad people just do bad stuff. And sometimes they like sweet, soft, innocent, unarmed people to take that shit out on. And that's not cool. You gotta let them know that they're not gonna get that shit off all the time, bro. They need to know that there are defenders out there that are just as ready to get down as they are. Bad guys fucking revel in the idea of fucking dominating somebody and then just hurt them, especially if they know that they unarmed. Whenever bad guys are willing to fucking crash out and die by attacking somebody who also is known to carry a firearm, is when it's personal shit, gang shit, cop versus fucking criminal, citizen. Like, that's when people say, hey, you got guns and I know you do, and I don't care, I'm coming to you. With intent to harm, I'm coming all the way to you. Yeah, it takes some gangster shit, some personal gangster shit to do that. It takes a lot to make people do that. Once you become a well-armed individual, a human being, a man or a woman, once you become that, you make yourself hard to bully. And I don't know what's wrong with ever expecting to make your life that way. You should expect to have to make your life that way. I don't know where the fuck your father is or what the fuck he told you or didn't tell you, but if you don't understand that, and you didn't understand it till you saw me, you are late to the party. You better fucking catch up. Don't be a bitch about it. If you're such a fucking good guy, where the fuck is your gun, asshole? I think you're a jerk if you don't fucking, if you claim to be a good guy, but you don't got no fucking gun. I think you're a weirdo. That's the second one that has come past. Says nothing to me. What I really like about this spot when I first chose to come down here to do open carry demos in this spot, not only is the location busy, and it's gotten busier over the years because it wasn't always like this, but not only is this a good spot for foot traffic and stuff, I am equal distance from the police station, and the courthouse is right here. Courthouse is right there. So then you have police officers that during shift change and stuff like that will come by here a lot. Sometimes they walking on foot if they walk from the courthouse to the police station or vice versa. And I've also seen that happen. So what this corner does is give me an opportunity to be seen by a lot of the public, and a lot of the public can witness in their passing at their paths do cross, that when they see a police officer walk or drive past here and I'm out here and they see me and nothing happens, that's going to tell them the whole fucking story right there. And I love that shit. When people see me, they see the cop, they double take and look back at me, and they see the cop again and they go, huh? And the cop goes, fuck you want me to do? And then the cop just drives away and people go, oh, okay, all right. What are we dealing with here? They get the whole story, bro. And I like that shit. Fucking figure your fucking life out. I tend to talk a little harder towards y'all than what I really mean. It'd be a whole lot of tough love. But I do mean for y'all to understand what the fuck is going on and stop being bitches about shit. If you don't know that this is legal until you see me, but you're a grown person, especially if you feel some type of way about that, man, really, either way, even if you see me and it's a positive vibe that you get, and you didn't know that this was legal, but you get a positive response from me, come on, man. Even then, you lacking. Because if you didn't know that and you rock with this, you should have known a long time ago that you could rock like this too. And you don't got to come out here with a whole fucking AR-15 out here in public. You think that I don't do this every day. This is uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable, right? So you would sacrifice a little bit of comfort to come out here to make a political message. I might not be so willing to sacrifice all of that comfort on a day-to-day basis. Even though, I'll be real with you. If I had the energy to just dress like this all the time, man, I'd be changing my, I'll stop buying clothes. I would just have plain t-shirts, and I would be changing patches to match my shoes or to match my gun. That's what I would do. I would dress like this all the time. Very often when I see people in public, and I see a little clip or something on their hip, and then I look closer and it's a phone, I go, man, you underdressed. That's what you got clipped on your hip? You tweaking, you know? People bugging, man. What's up, man? Very important that I get understood, man. So I always love it. Hey, I get it. Oh, yeah. You're supposed to win every fight that you didn't start.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, you see that?
If you're going to fight. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Might as well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all know the world is dangerous. It doesn't take a conspiracy theory to understand that. So now that you know that the world is dangerous and it's not that hard to figure out, you got a choice to make. Are you going to arm yourself or not? It's super simple. If you choose not to, that's okay. I choose that I'm going to, bro. I choose to arm myself. It's not that big of a deal, actually. The things about firearms is that if you make a mistake when handling a firearm, you can't undo the mistake. So it's not like I don't understand like how apprehensive people might be about that, but it's nothing that you can't master. You master more complicated stuff than this. You master way more complicated stuff than operating a firearm. It's just that the mistake is just so bad. Once you cross that line and you make a mistake, that's super bad. So it's not like I don't get it. I get it. But you can master that shit, man. You got to stop being scared of that shit. I work with somebody that said that they got a gun and they scared of their own firearm. Why? How? Why you won't come talk to me? That police officer made sure that he waved and that I saw him. And that's cool, man. Him right there. Right there. He made sure that I saw him when he waved. Listen, man, I'm gonna make a few more points and then I'm gonna end this live stream. I did want to get out here. It's a beautiful day, but you know, for multiple reasons, and it's only the logistics behind law enforcement. Here go another one. This is like the 4th or 5th one. She a female cop. That's a female cop there. For tons of reasons, logistics behind law enforcement and what it entails, I do not like law enforcement, but what I have to admit in doing what it is that I do is that all of the expectations that police will be racist, that they will be misunderstanding of their constitutional duties and the duties to their oath, all of that stuff goes away every time I come out here, over and over again. It goes away little by little, over and over again. I reevaluate that, and then I have to tip my hat to the human being behind the badge to know that it's it's a part of their job description to recognize what it is that I'm doing and then do the right thing. And I almost never get any police officer to act towards me in an aggressive way. Almost never. It's never aggressive. Even when they do address me, they're never aggressive. And I told a cop before that I knew that I would know that things have gotten serious if the traffic stops and they roll up and they only speak to me from their cars from far away while taking cover. Then I know something has gone wrong. If they approach me by one cop showing up, parking and walking up to me, I know good goddamn fucking well that this doesn't even have to be aggressive. I'm not gonna make it aggressive. He don't even look aggressive when he do that. So because of that, I'm always good. I'm always good in regards to that. I know how to read the room, so to speak. Not to say that if a cop comes up to me to ask me for my ID or to say that he's got a call and he just wants to make sure everything is fine and all that type of shit, the few times they walk up to me is always softly addressing me in that way for the most part. except for the Texas thing, which I'm gonna tell that story in detail some other time. But they always approach me with respect and understanding. So even when I don't like law enforcement, I have to say they do not come off towards me the way CNN said that they do towards black people. It just doesn't happen. They're not trigger happy to shoot a black man any chance they get. Law enforcement is just, they're just not like that. I've been doing this for almost 6 years. How come I never see that happen? I never see it happen because they are not like that. So while I don't like law enforcement, and I do understand that racism is out there, I don't see the two things coming together to stop it. I just don't see it. So I have to say that. I also want to say that I know that I took a risk, that I might find that out there, and I want to show, which is evident, the proof is in the pudding, that if I was risking anything at all, I said, fuck that, I don't give a fuck, and then I came out here anyway. That's what happened. I said, okay, we gonna see. We gonna see. I'm willing to go see. Man, shout out to everybody who came in. Singe, man. Rick James, of course. Man, anybody else who's in the chat, I thought maybe I saw Zach in here for a second. Disambiguation 144, what up? Love to see y'all in here. Open Up, what up, man? I think Open Up is who I saw when I saw the red in the profile picture. I thought maybe that was Zach.
Okay.
An AR owner.
Oh, okay. I was just kind of wondering because I'm just trying to think, say.
Yeah. But yeah, man, all in all, man, for me not liking the police the way, y'all know, if you rock with me, you know how I feel about the police. You know how I feel. I wouldn't say that you know what, yeah. The employment lane of law enforcement, I despise that shit. I think that it needs to be refined so much that the word police just doesn't fit anymore because it will come with connotations attached and assumptions attached that can't even be applied to what it is that we've now done to it. So the word police will have to be like the N-word if I got my way. You couldn't even say it no more. You couldn't even address or even sensibly label these guys as police officers because they wouldn't be doing almost none of that shit. There would be nothing for them to hide behind. It would be, I would imagine it would be privatized, and a lot of people don't like the idea of that because then once money starts influencing how that happens, the poor people wouldn't even be protected. But I don't think that would be the case at all. Because step number one, obligation to protect yourself is a fucking a responsibility for yourself. Self-defense is self-defense, and you should be fucking engaging in the self-defense. You shouldn't even need law enforcement so much. And if you raise a generation of kids, thank you for understanding. If you raise a generation of kids to feel like it's their responsibility to keep themselves safe and everybody else, and that they really need to be good people, because the world is counting on them to be the good people. Because something like law enforcement, for example, if it didn't exist anymore, all of the good people who claim to be driven into the lane of law enforcement will stand up under any title whatsoever to protect people who cannot or will not protect themselves. We just do it anyway. We don't need government to dictate that. They dictate something that we think we need, and then we let them get away with all the bullshit because we just need police. But you need to be the one to stop the bad guy. Why I gotta do it? Why a police officer gotta do it? Why? You do it.
That's all you're saying.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for understanding.
I'm a good owner myself.
That's good, man.
What do you got?
16-inch AR-15, then the 5.56, and the Springfield SB9.
I've got the canning. PPK myself.
Yeah, I like the cannon. I got 3 cannons. I like the man, the reset. What you got to do to get that in the block? You got to do some stuff. You got to do a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't like that in the church. I like to see it good from the side.
That's tight right out of the box.
Yeah, man. I love the state, man. Yeah, I really do feel like we can do better. I know we can do better. Society is not at a point where everything that we have is the best that we could ever do for ourselves. We already know that. You know that to be true. Who the fuck would accept this shit that we got going on and say, this is the best we can do? And instead of bitching and complaining and crying about it or leaving it up to them to fix it, government not gonna fix all of the shit that they started. As a matter of fact, they look more and more necessary the more chaotic the world is. For example, yeah. Because for real, like, for example, how like the dependency strength is going. They play games with you about these public shootings. I think that's them most of the time. The ones that they magnify, I think that's them to get the gun control. So they do all of that, and then they try to scare you, which is crazy to me. Because every bit of bad news that I see come from CNN or Fox News or MSNBC or something, every time they scare me about a crazy person doing something in public with a gun, it makes me want to buy another gun. It makes me want to come out here to tell people, hey, don't wait for the police. You should get a gun to protect yourself. And the bad guys like the AR-15. I think I understand why. Maybe we should have one too. This is my response when they try to scare me in the news. That the good guys should go get the guns. That the good guys with their good hearts should be making these bad guys feel like everywhere they go, there's somebody that wants to be the fucking hero in a situation like that. But everywhere they go, they see crying, scared, unarmed people, and they love that shit, bro. They love it. Why not giving them what they love? If you know that it makes sense that 5 niggas that look the way I do, being just so happen to be at a place where a bad guy pulls up to do some dumb shit, don't you know that seeing 5 people like me in the fucking parking lot will make him change his mind? You know that, right? It makes it harder for him to get comfortable, don't it? Then why are we not expecting that all of the good guys with the good hearts come out here to do this? Imagine a bad guy pulling up to do something at a school. I was about to show you these cops right here, 2 of them. They showing support. They had thumbs up and all that. 2 of them in the car. Imagine a bad guy pulling up to a school to do something crazy, but then when he gets out, what does he see? He sees me, 3 other fucking protective fathers, and 3 off-duty officers swarming the school, just outside the school, just swarming the parameters, just marching, walking the parameters, right? Equal distance apart. Does that look like something that a school shooter will pull up to the school and go, oh yeah, I'm down, let's go? No, they won't. No, they won't. Abort mission. Abort mission. That's what happens. And you know it. Who's gonna tell me that ain't gonna stop nothing? I'm telling you, I'm cracking the code. If you address the problems that we have, then you say, how do we squash the fuck out of the problem so that the problem has a very hard time persisting? If you ask yourself that, then you can't come up with nothing better than what it is that I said. And Iowa just gave the green light not too long ago for teachers in the schools to arm themselves. The way I see it though, if a school shooter gets inside of a fucking school and wants to do some shit and the teacher starts busting, now it's him and the teacher. If he wins that gunfight over the teacher, he can march on, he can keep on going. That's crazy, right? Now you can't make these teachers do that shit. And most teachers are women. So now you got to convince a whole bunch of women who want to be teachers with their loving, caring hearts. Now you got to teach them to tap into their warrior spirit to bring that shit to the school because they might have to protect themselves. And you got to expect that they do this and that they do it well and that they agree to be one of the ones that does this because you can't make them do it. Come on, man, that's not going to work out for y'all. How many schools are going to go without an armed teacher now? Still, they okayed it, and some of these schools are going to be like, well, now the teacher here wanted to do that shit. Or if they do stand up, it'll be a male teacher, bro. It's going to be more likely to stand up and do that. And the way these men are out here nowadays, some of them ain't going to really stand up when you should. Some of those guys will be fucking soft, beta, thinking that the best thing to do is to be so unarmed that you become fucking a sitting duck. That doesn't make you a better man by making yourself a sitting duck. That's so strange to me that y'all think that that's better. Like, and people just leave with their emotions and avoid the conversation. Damn sure not gonna talk to a nigga like me. Y'all never address what it is that I'm saying though. What makes you a better man when you make yourself incapable of stopping the bad guy that you all crying about? Explain it to me. I need a walk down, point by point explanation. You have none. This is weird to me that y'all try to persist on in that frame of mind, but you got nothing to fucking say to me that will convince me that maybe you're right. What do you have to say? You have nothing to say. There is no story to support that position, man. Y'all are just crazy. It's just weird to me. Y'all are just weird, man. Now you gotta convince these teachers to actually go do that shit. How many of them will do it? How many of them, man? And if a school shooter gets inside of a school, it's way too late. Because he got to bust shots to even expose himself. But he's already inside the school. That is not cool. If you want to protect the kids, you put the hardest line of defense outside the school so the school shooter, number one, might abort mission. If somehow he takes on that challenge, he is not going to make it past 4 protective fathers who are being unpaid. Don't even pay people. Tell them, and y'all care about the kids so much, and y'all want to talk about the school shooting shit. We're not going to pay y'all. You got to do this for the love, because ain't no funding to help y'all. You're going to do it for the love, or it won't be done. Tell people that. Don't let money be some fucking political fucking hoop to jump through to fucking act like y'all can't make this fucking happen, because how are we going to pay for it? You're not going to pay for nothing. You pay with the love that you have, and then make the bad guy pay with his life if he tries you. Y'all are fucking weirdos, bruh. Put that protection outside. There's no way in hell nobody gonna pull up to the school and see me, cuz, and 3 people out there like this, looking around. You try to pull up to the parking lot, hey, y'all, who is you? We should issue badges or stickers that people put in their cars, that when they come into the parking lot, we can say, all right, we take it easy off top, but we see that you got a child that goes to this fucking school, or you belong here for some reason. Okay, so now who are you? Can you show an ID or a number or something? Or you can do things to confirm these things to let them in. Ain't none of this too much red tape or too much of a hassle if you care about them kids. If you care about the kids, it's the best thing to do. And I've never heard a better plan than what it is that I'm saying. That's why I got to call some of these schools, some of these governors, whoever making all of these things come true, and ask them if they think that the plan that they have in motion is good enough to actually save the kids. Because what's going to happen is things may still happen, and then they'll say all of this protection that we tried to provide by allowing the teachers to carry guns, and it didn't work. Why? Because the shooter shot down the one teacher in the whole fucking school who took up the challenge to do it. Get y'all real stupid, goofy asses out of here with that. Y'all messing it up. You're not doing it the right way. You're not going to the bottom line to come up with a plan that when you say it, it just brings a smile to your heart, because you know that you just made it almost impossible for the school shooters to happen. But they don't want to do that. They don't want to make it impossible. And I say all of that to even say this. The dependency that you have on government is helped as far as how strong the dependency is when shit that they try to give you to save you gives you less freedom and give them more control, and it's still ain't enough because they want all the control. So none of the shit that you got going on is going to satisfy them. There's no way in hell that they can scare us with the fucking mass shootings, have us respond in a way where the bad guy who wanted to act like that, now he will not act like that, because everybody is already crying about the guy who had already did what he wants to do by getting out in public and acting fucking stupid with a gun. So now he says, well, this guy did something that I was planning on doing. And now everybody's fucking crying. So now I guess I won't do it. Those guys don't get stopped by these feelings and shit that you guys have. They don't get stopped by that. They don't care. Every guy who turns himself into a public shooter has heard about other public shooters in the past. He knows what it is that he's about to do to people's lives. He doesn't care. Ain't that weird? He doesn't care. So face it that he doesn't care. Right? Yeah, man.
Let's get it. How are you?
Good, man. Thanks for the understanding,
No
man.
problem.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to bring it to people's awareness
Yeah.
that we have a right to bear arms, that in Iowa we need to have constitutional carry, and you can go this far
I didn't know that until
and
like
still be
yesterday.
legal. Yeah, this is still legal, perfectly legal. I've been
yeah.
doing this for like almost 6 years, right?
No, for sure.
So then I tell people that I try to get the police and the public
Yeah.
to recognize this. That way, when you see another guy with only a pistol on his hip, and he's in high duty, you can go, he's shocking his little kids.
Yeah.
I just saw a train in the corner, and the cops waved at me. I should relax, and if I don't fucking like it, I should get a gun so I can protect myself, and that's the best I can do. I can't stop it.
Fair.
Like, I want people to come to these conclusions so that they just become gun owners,
Yeah.
even if it's out of fear, so they see a kinship when they see me and not see fear. They can see a fighting chance inside themselves when they decide to go get a fucking gun.
No,
Just go get it.
it's a tool like anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have a good day.
Thanks, man. They will never tell cars that they got too much horsepower, because every single one of these cars can exceed every posted speed limit in the country, and we never tried to stop the amount of horsepower inside of a fucking vehicle have we? They never do that. It would sound silly to watch them try that. And they don't care how many times Hennessy and Cadillac come together to kill some kids in a car crash. They don't give a damn. They're not going to outlaw their alcohol again, and they're not going to restrict the fucking horsepower inside these fucking cars to make them not so fast and powerful. They're not going to do that. And I don't care how many kids die, they're not going to do it. When they go after those guns, man, and they use the kids as a soapbox to stand on, when they're standing on the graves of these dead kids to preach that shit, that's a political thing, bro. They don't mean to say none of them kids. They got the red dye and all this crazy stuff that's in the food. They know they messing with the kids. They're, they are way too quick to diagnose kids with ADHD and pump them with all of these prescription medications. Y'all can't even pronounce this shit. And they're making being a kid something bad. When kids are wild because they don't want to sit in the classroom all day, why does that make the kid deserving of all of these chemicals in his medicine? He's trying to be a kid, bro. Maybe he wants to go outside and play. Have you thought of that? People don't think of this stuff. You just go, ADHD, give the kid the pill. The whole time, I think what they want to do is create a generation of kids that get these pills so they can take the characteristics of those things and of these public shooters for them to later say that an entire generation of kids that have been given this medication seem to fit the description of a school shooter, and now none of those kids can have a gun. I think that's what they're trying to do, bro. That's what they're trying to do. That's the gun control. They want to do that. And they give these kids these pills for being kids so that they all look the same. Some of the kids might need it. Not all of those kids need them drugs, man. These kids want to be kids. I know how I was when I was a kid. I wanted to be wild and free, man. I just wanted to play. Even if it was dangerous play, I didn't care. I just wanted to play, and I didn't always want to sit in the classroom. I grew up to be a responsible father. I got 4 beautiful kids. I ain't never put my hands on a woman. I've never had a drink of alcohol a day in my life. I ain't never been locked up or convicted of anything. The whole time I was a wild kid in the 80s, man, free of the medication. Y'all do a lot of knee-jerk reacting to society without asking yourself if it makes sense that a person will be sad for years because their mother died. It's okay. Find another way. Antidepressants, because your mother died, you're supposed to be sad, and it is okay. It's not something you're supposed to give the shush to with some chemicals, man. You're supposed to quiet that pain with a pill. There is something wrong with that, man. You should just get some therapy, paint a self-portrait, man. You'd be amazed at how introspective you get when you're trying to paint a self-portrait. It goes from a 3D concentration of who you are, and it goes all the way down a rabbit hole into who you are when you paint a self-portrait. Everybody should do it one time in your life, man. There's better things we can do. Intelligence is supposed to be a measurement of how creative you are in solving problems, and we go right to a knee-jerk reaction to fix the wild kid with a pill or to fix the broken adult with a pill. That is crazy to me. You guys should not do that. You should not do that. There's something wrong with that, and you know it is. You know that it's not okay. Something feels bad by doing that. But you guys will figure it out. You'll figure it out, but don't let it hurt so much. Be honest in your observation when you examine the world. Tell yourself what it is that you're really dealing with, man, and you will know. Just be so real, man, that the truth hurts you a little bit, but let it strengthen you, man. What up, bro?
Gotta get you one of those.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up.
What you doing, man? 100%.
Yeah. What y'all do?
All right.
Yeah? That's what's up.
I'm a fucking, I'm with you.
Yeah, man, I love to see that, man.
You already know.
Yes. It's the, man, you had the father in your life?
So.
What about you, bro?
My dad died, man.
Your dad died when you was 2, man. Condolences, bro. That's rough. A lack of a father, this is how the world is hurt. With all of the violence and stuff, man, I think there's a lot of broken people that really deal with their childhood trauma, and then it comes out and, abuse towards women, public shootings, drug because all this stuff, everybody doing this wrong. People end up with a father to keep their ass alive and give them something to be proud of when you're proud of your father and for you to make him proud. Who don't want to do that? You got a loving father and care about you. The only thing you want to do, man, is stay out of his way and make him happy, man. Make him feel good about how you raised him, And we got to focus on the father. Don't do that. 65% of gun deaths in this country are suicides. People don't know that. 100% of the mass shooters are suicide. All of them, they don't have no plans for them. All they know is to be out of here. They don't have opinions. But 65% of women that checked into hospitals were there from domestic violence and had broken bones from the man that's supposed to be protecting them. They would say, we got a domestic violence problem, we're going to nip this in the bud, we're going to call the news, and we're going to address it specifically. Laser focus on domestic violence. It'll be all over the NBA and NFL commercials and all sorts of stuff. Stop domestic violence, blah, blah, blah. They would do that, but when 65% of the gun deaths in this country are suicide, they would say, we got a suicide problem, not a gun problem. They go, oh, the gun, oh, the gun. And I go, too late. I've been out here almost 6 years. Proven it. I am humble. I never want to hurt nobody. I'm 43 years old. I ain't never hurt nobody. I would never do that. But I see you the way your father did. You somebody's baby. I don't care how old you are. You somebody's baby. And I see my kids here. So the way that I feel about my kids, that's how somebody feels about you. I cannot hurt you, man. I can only save that energy for the guy who says, fuck that sweet shit. Well, fuck you too, bro. You try to be sweet out here. You can't ruin the party. It's a hood party out here. So that's why I come out here to do that.
I see you on first.
Yeah,
I see you all over.
Yeah, man.
I see you all over, my boy.
Yeah,
We were kind of listening to you there. I didn't know what you were doing.
yeah, man, that's good. Yeah, I got a YouTube video going here. Yeah. Glad to see to understand, man. When I come out here, I break all types of stereotypes. And I don't even really like law enforcement, but they're not treating like these one guy things. I've been doing this for almost 6 years, man. They do not treat you like that. See, they wants me to work control myself as a black man because I work on the police academy because they're so racist that they can't even handle with the office. Man, these cops out here is stupid. They drive past, waving, doing this, saluting, all type of stuff, man.
Yeah, no.
Some
Yeah,
people
some are.
but to act like it's a uniform thing and I should just stay with the girl with the black man because they're both going to understand it's just not true. It's just not true.
Man, respect what you're doing, bro. Keep doing your thing, for real.
Yeah, I lived in Cedar Rapids. I lived there for like over 20 years. I've been doing this for almost 6 years. And, it all started because I bought a gun for self-defense. It has a lot of gun laws. Because when I saw the contradiction in different states, how they do gun laws, I go, it's one constitution. Why y'all can't figure it out? I can go to jail to doing this, I can go on and do this. But I can't go home and do this. Because of the way the law is. They write it on a magical paper. Now the police would attack you and the public would support the attack. Why? Because the magical paper got y'all hidden time. There's nothing in the real. Some serious stuff out there. But what's the Florida with this person or something? I know in Florida, only if you're hunting or fishing or something like that, there's a little bit of a gray area in there. So,
Yeah, I mean, the same thing pets are all. Why not see what happens?
Renewing a state permit will allow you a quicker check if you travel in between states. They can vet you quick and go, you're good to go. Otherwise, you on the side of the road trying to prove yourself a free time. So we just save you a little bit of food.
Man, that's badass, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, man, I feel like it's important, man. Gun rights are under fire right now. There's crazy. We got the southern border issue, regardless of what political side or understand on it's an issue. Regardless of what you think about politics, we all know that it is an issue. The balloon that came over the Canada border from China, that all looks like weakness. I'm not a military general. I ain't got a military experience. But if I was a military general, this would look bad, bro. Why would I feel like that at the same time with the body administration? Assault weapon. Assault weapon. Damn, this is a defense rifle. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Assault rifle. I don't know.
Facts.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. And I stopped thinking that maybe they don't understand. I feel like they understand and everything they do is very intentional. Which is spooky that a country like this, with the way we are in this country, just sit up and watch our government push so fast. Well, it should be saying, what is on secure, and I'm not sure what's going on. Other shooters feel like they can just do whatever they want. You guys can get all of the guns and you're a good man. I insist. As your president, I say you gotta do some soul searching. Go get a gun and stop being a pussy. Go into the fight and save somebody if you have to. Like, that's what they should be saying what they're doing.
Well,
With that gun.
The country was based on that. We had guns because we thought if everybody had guns, we would never get invaded or attacked. Now they have nothing to work.
Yeah, there's a Japanese naval officer that said whatever they the man in America.
It only fall from within. I think I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
my wife behind every blade of grass. Yeah, man, it's just oh yeah, with the y'all heard that? Yeah, the medication thing. Yeah, man, it's sad.
Yeah.
Nah,
literally.
What you wait for?
Exactly. And that's crazy because you say that because we had a German exchange student when I was in high school. She's like, I've never seen I've never seen so many med commercials in my life. Just watching TV.
Well, the United States and either Australia or New Zealand are the only two countries that allow pharmaceuticals to advertise. I mean, you see them and then people will go, hey, what about that drug I seen on TV? How can you be asking your doctor to prescribe for something you see on TV?
Yeah, you go in there running in and you asking for it. You get on WebMD and all of a sudden you can't even meet the match this with the commercial goal. You gotta go to the you gotta roll back.
And not this stuff we're doing now. They get stuff and they're going to give you like sexually transmitted disease, but they want to give you a vaccine for it.
Yeah, now see.
Yeah.
What's that? It's for I know what it is. I don't know the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's right. It's like HPV.
Yeah, HPV. Yeah, HPV. Yes.
Yeah, the HPV. See, I asked my doctor when my kids were about to get some immunization and stuff, and I was like, you guys mixing stuff in the lab and you're pretty precise on your mix when you formulate these. But you want to mix it all up in my kid's body in the same day. That don't make no sense. You wouldn't do this in your lab, bro. But it's in their body is what you did. Like, you guys are crazy.
Absolutely.
Our daughters are nice. She's different.
And what's crazy is some of it might be necessary, but the blanket put it over everyone. I know you need to do that. We'll see your thing for a year. We'll be back. We'll be back. The clock is ticking.
How often will you be out here?
I try to get out here, man, like when the weather starts getting crisp. I do my little TikTok and my live stream, like, just keep my little shit. Man, me and my cousin come out here with me sometimes.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, that's something I can get interested in. I don't know. I got it.
We go there, sometimes we go to Austin, Texas, Oklahoma City, Madison, Wisconsin, a few towns in Iowa, man, we try to branch out a bit. Yeah, man, we were thinking of not legal, I was thinking of setting up a big monitor, so I can play some of my other things videos, bring my song anywhere, and the type people go, what are you doing? If you see a video, so you do it here, only for shoot. They'll shoot the husband guy if I do this right here, ain't that crazy? Nobody can shoot me.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll try to play it up like that too, so I'm gonna do some of that too.
Shit, you got my card.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get you out here again sometime.
You got the phone?
Yeah. Tap card.
Revolution is not ever going to fucking work. That shit is not going to work. We got to try one thing first before we do that. We got to make the revolution a defensive response. We got to turn our backs on it. So fuck y'all, y'all all criminals. We fight all the fight. We going to try y'all whole country. We fight the type of y'all. We're going to do this whole thing. Get y'all on support. And you're not going to pay attention to y'all. Y'all are no more reason to build no society alongside y'all. What we start doing now. Good day. It's so beautiful out here. Well, all right, I guess I held on to that for a little longer than I thought. I thought I was going to be out here, but I love the interaction from the people, man. I kind of wish the young boys would have stood in front of the camera. I should have told them to do that, so you can see them. They both had Glocks on them, concealed Glocks on them, which is good because you know they seem like good kids. You know, I know they're not out here creating trouble, picking fights. Of course, you know, the law is definitely going to step in and do its part to prosecute bad guys with guns, to get involved and manage a situation to be sure that all guilty parties get punished and that all innocent people get some level of restitution or some kind of justice by punishing the bad guys to the fullest extent of the law. That's out here for everybody. If you own a firearm, but you're a felon and they told you not to, the punishment that you're facing by being a felon with a firearm, if you want to be a jerk, you're facing the same thing. I almost had to swat this damn bird out the damn sky. You are facing the same problems that I would have with me not being a felon, having legal firearms. If I cross a line to get fucking stupid, all of the same punishments will rush into my zone of influence to hold me accountable for whatever it is that I'm doing. The punishment is the same, man. I'm not quite sure if we're supposed to be telling a man that is free to roam about the earth that he has to take the short end of the stick if an even badder person disobeys a gun law by using a firearm for offensive purposes. You're not supposed to do that. And we all know that. You don't even need to write it down on paper if that's what should happen. If you do that, someone has the right to address you about what it is that you did and then stop you if necessary. And you don't need a badge to be able to do that. I legally have my firearms, lawfully and all that. And with Stand Your Ground and constitutional carry in Iowa, I do not have to be personally invested in active violence for me to be the defender inside of that act of violence. And because of that, I think the responsibilities that fall upon a person who chooses to carry a firearm, I think it's a great responsibility. What people don't understand is, just because you carry a firearm concealed or openly, doesn't mean that you have to get involved in anything you see. You can choose to duck out and avoid the whole situation. If I see a conflict arising, I don't have to get involved, especially if I don't know what's going on. I can't tell who the bad guy is. I can just stay out of it. I don't have to get involved. As a matter of fact, you know damn well that every fucking round that leaves your firearm, you're responsible for it. Anything that misses, anything that hits a target, you're responsible for that. They're going to ask you what that shot was for. They'll count them all and make you explain every single one of them. And because of that, nature, even without law enforcement doing so, or the law society doing so, nature will call you to a state of accountability for that shit. I got some music coming across the corner here. I gotta get out of here before they end the video off of that. I'll be in Trey Vietnam in this bitch. Get a gun today. Stop playing, bro.